You're kind of sitting sideways, like. You didn't even do your hair.
Can you do my hair quickly if you want?
Ah, Jesus. Okay.
Looks the same.
Yeah, well, that's you, innit? You got messy hair. Okay. I look so. I don't know why I'm wearing this top. Anyway, so. Say hi.
Hi.
Fucking hell! Look at the camera.
Baby, yeah. You got a fella that you want. Need some old school love. Wish you had a switch that you could hit. Let her know what you with.
Yeah. So the camera's there. That's the
Hi, camera.
So yeah, we're talking about our engagement today. This is my partner's first time on camera, so he's just
not on camera, but on this camera.
Okay, on this camera, so he's just like. But yeah, so where did we get engaged, or where did you propose to me?
I proposed to you in Paris on the Eiffel Tower.
Okay, and how did that feel for you?
I was quite nervous, you know. I like smuggled the ring in past like 2 bits of security getting into the Eiffel Tower. Like multiple times they should have found it hidden in my jacket like it was a bomb, but no, they didn't. So.
Yeah, because I had actually organised the trip. I had no idea I was gonna get engaged, like he was gonna propose to me. So I was just like, in February, I was like, right, I'm bored, I'm stressed, I want to go on holiday in April. And I'm like, oh, I want to go to Paris, I want to go to Disneyland, and that was just like my main thing, Paris and Disneyland. And then I was like, okay, and I want to go Eiffel Tower whilst I'm there one time. Sorry. So I was like, I want to go Eiffel Tower whilst I'm there one time. And because we worked together, so I kept coming to the room telling him like, right, we're going. He was like, okay, just kept going back and forth to tell him what I booked, what I found. And the reason why I was so excited was because I found the flights for, I need to like double check, but I'm pretty sure they were like £25 return or something.
It was something really cheap.
Yeah, it was like £25 return, or don't what's all that? It's gonna pick up on the phone. It was like £25 return, and or £50 per person return, and no, I think the flights were £50 per person return, and then the hotel, I found that on Groupon, and that was like £50 for 4 nights or 3 nights, 3 nights, 4 days, £50, and the flights were with EasyJet. They were just having a sale, which was kind of crazy because we were going during half term. So it was a weekend away, but it was during half term. So you'd think the flights would be a bit more expensive because it's not only is it a weekend, but it's during half term. The flights weren't, and the hotel was just cheap on Groupon. So I was like, well, we're gonna go and we're gonna enjoy ourselves. It was a bit further out. It wasn't right in the middle of like Paris. It was like we had to take a tram and stuff. Do you remember like the underground?
It was near La Defense, so it was like to the west hand side, I think. That is the west? Yeah.
Yeah, it was just
bit of a journey. It was under like a motorway as well. Like.
Yeah, it wasn't but I mean, for us, we're not like clubbing people, we're not late night people, so it didn't really matter. I suppose we could have taken taxis and stuff, but I remember years ago someone telling me like taking taxis in Paris is like really, really expensive. So I was like, we were just going for a cheap getaway, even though we probably would have saved more money than remember the train tickets?
Yeah.
Like, we spent €90, so like €45 each on train tickets when we first arrived for the whole time we were there. And I can tell you now that these train tickets did not work at all.
They're stupid. They don't have any like labeling on them. It's just like a piece of paper with some numbers on it. And you have like 5 of them for like 3 days, and you don't really know what you're doing with them. Don't know when you use them. Don't know where they're going to. But they're all for something different. It's really stupid. Like. And
he didn't label it, so it was like we didn't know.
They're just random little pieces of card that didn't say anything on it.
So it did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we literally just threw €90 at someone because they didn't even work. We had to keep buying train tickets, and it got to the point where we were just jumping barriers, because in France you'll have, like, in the UK we have barriers, but they're always at the, like, when you enter the station. But in France you'll have barriers when you enter the station.
It's for the platform.
And then when you go down the escalators and then you get on the platform, there'll be another barriers there. And it's like, okay, you can get through those barriers, you get on the train, you come out of the train to get on another line, and you're still down below. There's another barriers and your train ticket doesn't work, and there's no one there. It's like, why have the barriers there if there's no one manning them? Like, it doesn't make any sense. But yeah, so he had already asked my family, like, beforehand, like, what did you say, like, you?
Well, so I went up to Auntie Jenny and Barry, Fatima's parents, and I said to them, well, when Fatima was upstairs, I was like, can I have Fatima's, I give permission for Fatima's hand in marriage? They both just went, like, made loads of noise, like, jumped up, both just started hugging me, smiling so much, and they were like, yeah, of course, baby, of course, being like really happy, being really nice, and yeah, that was the plan, and it went well. She said yeah, so.
Yeah, so I just remember, like, so my mum had already known that I was gonna get asked, and I was really, really excited about just the trip. So I kept calling her and telling her, it wasn't our first holiday away, but she was like, call me. So I was like, alright. So I just kept calling her. I called her when we arrived. The hotel was very nice. Like, for the price range, it was really, really nice.
Yeah, it looked pretty
They
good.
did take a £50 deposit, damage deposit.
They gave it back like 3 months later.
Yeah, it took a really long time. But it was like £50 damage deposit, and then, or was it like €50 or something? I don't know.
I think it was like 50 to 100 euros. I think that's what it was. It was something in that region.
Yeah, so then they took that damage deposit, and then, my back hurts. I'm moving further away.
Yeah, you come back here.
So they took, like, that as a damage deposit, and then we slept. Then the next day we went to where did we go? Disneyland. I'm pretty sure Disneyland was like the next day.
Yeah,
and we was a bit worried because we was like, oh, we don't know how to get there, but it's really, really straightforward. I mean, you go on the underground and there's a bloody sign that says Disneyland, like, it takes you straight there. I remember when we got there, I had never been, so I had no idea that there was like 2 parks. So we just queued up at the park with the least queues, and then when we got to the front, it was some English guy from like Leeds or something, and he was like, are you sure you want to come in here? Because if you come in here, you can't go to the other one. And we were like, oh, okay. But if we had a French person, they would have just scanned our tickets, gone through it, and I would have been like, Disneyland, shit. Because we didn't know, but he was just like, no, you're in the wrong queue. So we went round, and we went to the right place, and Disneyland was beautiful, and it was just really, really nice, just walking around, and like went on all the rides, and like had Disneyland burger with like Star Wars stamp on it.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. And then I called my mum and I told her that, and she was just like, she was always very enthusiastic, and then when I started explaining what would happen, she'd get bored and just be like, bye. So I was like, okay, alright then. And then it was Eiffel Tower day, and bearing in mind, yeah, I had planned this whole trip. I had no idea I was gonna get proposed to, and we're going out. We went to the Eiffel Tower. We had a lunch at the Eiffel Tower. It was beautiful. The food, I'm not gonna lie, was lacking. For the price that I paid, it was not good. we got the full Eiffel Tower experience and dinner for £90 £90 for the two of us. So I think it was £90 for both. I'll need to double check, but it was like £90 for both of us. And then we went up in the so we went up the lift.
Up the lift.
Yeah.
No, up the lift.
Yeah, and we ate, and then afterwards we were like walking around, and I'm just thinking, oh, I want to go upstairs, but this guy's making me walk round and round and round, and then eventually he's like, okay, you can go upstairs. I'm like, cool. I'm like speed walking, then he calls my name, and then I'm just like, yeah, and I turn around.
Her full name.
Yeah, my full name, I don't want to say on the camera. And I turn around and he's just there, like, on one knee. And I'm just like, are you being serious? Like, we'd spoken about marriage and stuff, but it's like, I thought I would have had a clue when it came to, I'm going to ask you to marry me. I thought I would have had a clue, and it's like I had no idea. This guy's just sitting there on his knee, and it's like, I was just like, oh my God, like, what?
She just, like she is now, that kind of face, that smile, and she's like, what? What? No, what? No. And I was like, what? No. And she's like, no, yeah.
Yeah, I was in so much shock. I was just like, what? And then obviously I said yeah after like 15 minutes. And then he's like put in his family group chat, she said yeah. And I'm like, what, did they all know? And he's like, yeah. And his cousin, I remember your cousin being like, she said yes to what? And she was just like so confused. And just like, I asked her to marry me. And I'm like, oh, okay, congratulations. I was just like, oh my days. But this was like last year. And like now we've got a year to the wedding, and it just feels like it's gone so quick. And it's so nerve-wracking. Now we've just got a year until the wedding. But all in all, it was like amazing trip. He said he did it that way because
you wouldn't expect it.
Yeah, which is true, because I plan every single thing. Like if we're going to the bloody dentist, I will plan the whole trip for the dentist, and then
because I was originally looking to book a Paris trip, and then you did it. Like, was it a couple of weeks after? I was like, you know what? This is what I'm going to ask her. I had it in my head. I was like, I'm going to book a Paris trip for the summer. It's all good. And then Fatima was like, oh, do you want to go to Paris? Do you want to go to Disneyland? And I was like, fuck it. Okay, sure, why not? And then, yeah, I was like, well, there's no point going again. And she's not going to expect it when she thinks she knows everything that's going on. She was like, okay, she's got everything set out in her head, when it's going to happen, what's going to happen, and where. And then, yeah, just threw that in there to catch her out, and it worked.
Yeah, it did. I had no idea. I feel like, I probably would have seen it coming if
I booked it, then yeah, you would have.
Yeah, because you haven't booked anything yet, like any holiday yet. We've got like years until we die together, so I feel like obviously if you book something in the future, you will. But I like to plan, and I like to do stuff, so it's like, and I like to talk, and I like to search for like cheapest deals. So he hadn't done anything like that yet, and I think it would have been your first time organising something like that anyway. So you would have probably asked me some questions, and then I probably would have been like, oh my God, like, why is he doing this? Why? And just be thinking like, why? I feel like you'd have to do that like a good 3-4 times before I'd just be like, okay, this is just how he wants to treat me.
Yeah.
Before, and then it would just be like, oh my God, what? So yeah, like I just did not expect it at all. And yeah, like, and we weren't living together at the time. No, I had moved out, so I was living on my, had I moved out? Yeah, had I moved? I must, yeah, I'd moved out.
Was it last April? You moved out last December.
Yeah, so I was
December, January.
Yeah, I'd already moved out, but he hadn't moved in yet.
No.
So, but even like, you told me like the ring came on the day of the trip or something, like the day before.
I can't remember at this point, really.
Yeah, I'm just like, the guy he's planning is not, because he's like,
I was actually very worried it wasn't going to arrive. Yeah, it was taking ages.
Because he's like, oh yeah, because like we were going on Friday, and then on Thursday he's like, oh yeah, the ring just came like 30 minutes before he left before like he was gonna go home from work. So I was just like, what the hell? I know what I was doing. I think, oh yeah, I was at college at that time, so I was still going to college. So yeah, so that's probably why I didn't notice as well. Because we work in the same place, I have a habit of, because of the job I do, I have to open a lot of letters. So if any letters come through, I tend to just open them without reading. That's how I've spoilt many gifts before, because I've just opened it and I've been like, oh shit, this is, oh damn. So yeah, I feel like if someone came and was just like, this is for Mr. So-and-so, I would see it and I'll be like, oh, he's got an order. And especially if it has the name of the company on it, then I would have probably been like, yeah. Do you know what I mean?
You weren't in the day it came.
No.
You weren't in work. And it was sitting on my desk at work. And but my aunt and my uncle who work with us, they came across and they saw it. One of my colleagues saw it and they were on the desk and they were just going, ooh, what's this? What's this? What's this for? And I was like, oh yes, Fatima's engagement ring. And they were just like, what? What? What's going on? What?
What, did they not know?
No, they didn't know. I didn't know how to tell people. I didn't tell anybody before I did it, really.
Oh.
I told a couple friends. I didn't tell anybody, like, my family, like, directly straight away. I just left the ring on the desk for them to see. And, like, they saw it.
So how did they see if
it was just on the desk in a wedding box. Helen saw it originally, one of our colleagues, family friend. And she was like, well, I was like, you know, look, this arrived. And when she saw it, and she was like, oh, wow. So then she told my aunt and uncle. When they saw it, they then asked as well, and they were like, "Wow!" And then, yeah, that was it.
Were they just shocked, or was they like? Yeah,
they were really like happy and shocked, but like, "Wow, that's so cool." But my mum and my dad, I told them after I asked, and my nana, I told her just before, I think.
Yeah, I was just nervous telling my mum. I remember a year before when we were going on our first holiday. I was telling my mum like, "Oh, I'm going on holiday." She was freaking out. She was just like, "No. No, you don't do things like this. You don't go on holiday. You don't do things like this." She was not happy. And that was when we went to the Albufeira, went to Portugal. And then we were going to San Francisco, San Diego, like a couple of weeks later, we went July and then August. And she was not happy at all. So I was just thinking how she's going to deal with he proposed to me. And she was like, no, not long enough. But she was fine. She was happy. She was like, as soon as I called her, she wanted to see a picture of the ring and showed her a picture of the ring. She was like over the moon, like super, super happy. So that was, and then it was like coming back, being in college, telling people like I'm engaged and stuff like that. And they were happy, but they were just like, wow, you're really young. But I just feel like, you know, life is, you got to enjoy life, and if you feel like you're ready, you feel like you're ready. There's no age limit. There's people who are like 45 who are not even ready, and then there's people who are 16 who have had more experience in their 16 years of life than a 45-year-old. So I just feel like I was gonna say yeah, like, and then just come plan our life. So we're on a similar page, so it wasn't like yeah. But
we both want the same things in life.
Yeah. So I was like super, super excited. So I had surgery like the other day, so I'm just like in pain. But yeah. So what else? Oh, and it was just about looking for cheap deals. If I hadn't found that deal, then I probably would have realised that I was gonna get proposed to. So I found that deal, and he worked to my strength, if that makes sense. Because he knew that I would be like, oh, what's this? What's going on? And like, bearing in mind, I packed my suitcase and I packed his suitcase. Like, in what world could he, you know what I mean? It's like, I love to do, I am like, I don't know, I suppose I'm a bit controlling. But I am a bit controlling, but in a way of preparation and making sure you're ready. So I wouldn't say like mean controlling. If he said, leave my bag, I want to pack it, I would have been like, okay. I would have huffed and puffed, but I would have been like, okay, fine. So
yeah, I just had it in my jacket, in the little box the engagement ring came in. I had it in my jacket the whole trip.
Yeah,
just in the pocket.
That's one thing I wouldn't go into is like coat, jacket, pockets and stuff. Like, I don't go in there, so I would not have known at all.
I had it with me the whole time.
But yeah, it was really and then it was just amazing just being on the Eiffel Tower and just seeing what I saw, and then what was after, and then it was just just enjoying pre-engagement trip.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah.
I loved it.
And then we stumbled across the Notre Dame.
Oh yeah, that was quite nice. At the Louvre as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we just finished walking through Paris, past all the sex shops, and saw those two.
Okay. Oh yeah, we got your friend like some stuff.
Got him a dick willy. Sorry, a dick lolly. Yeah, and loads of condoms. That was quite fun.
Yeah. But no, we had loads of fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm just gonna put up a few prices and where we booked things and what companies we did it under. My advice would be don't buy all your train tickets at once. Do them as they go along. Yeah, because they're probably not gonna work anyway. We got stuck and separated so many times. So yeah, but other than that, we really enjoyed Paris, and I would go back there again.
Yeah.
I would. I mean, I wouldn't be in a rush, but I would definitely go back there again. It was a really, really nice trip.
Yeah,
So,
I really liked it. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
I recommend.
And will you be frequenting my channel?
Yeah, if you want me there. I'll be around if you need me. Happily.
Okay.
Anything for my princess.
Alright then. Bye.
Bye.